Welcome. We're back together again so that I can read to you my book, Lean, Happy, Healthy You, 8 Healthy Habits for Her Happy Life, Michelle Bernard, so that I can do something that gives me so much joy, which is teach. As I explained to you in that last video, this is bringing me so much pleasure and joy to sit with you and teach you all of this stuff that I learned, that I implemented, used with all my clients, used with myself, and learned over 30 years as a fitness professional. But you are giving me this opportunity, and I thank you for that, to teach, because teaching brings me the most joy of all things. So thank you very much. I hope that you're learning a lot. I hope that you're listening you're listening to the words, but you're also experiencing what I'm reading to you, because you're going to learn the best by hearing what I'm saying over and over again, experiencing it as real life. So hearing my words and putting them into your own body, and then taking what you learn from the book and from listening to the book and reading the book yourself, and then living them in reality so that you can have your own experienced result. Because we are all doing self-experiments on ourselves. This stuff will work. I promise. And the reason why I say I mostly promise is because there's a disclaimer at the very beginning of the book. Medications interfere with certain outcomes, and everyone must know that generally medications and dosing in and out of things that I say, like actually not doing exactly as I'm saying, dosing in and out, can change your results. But you will get favorable results regardless of your medications. It just might be a different result. So we are all self-experiments, all right? Understand that. Get on this path and don't talk yourself out of it for some reason that you think it won't work for you. It will. And I am your teacher, and I am grateful to be your teacher, and I'm grateful for you to be listening. So before we get started, I just want you to see, Paper Coach, that this journal and log, it's a wellness journal log. I love that. Journal log, jog. I call it a jog when I refer to it, journal log. And it's filled with everything that will help you with Lean, Happy, Healthy You. Logs for fuel, logs for your workouts, progress points, your aims, which are your meaning fulfilling goals, and also lots of things to do at the end of the week to expand your body of exercise. If you recall, cardio, strength, flexibility, and relaxation. So things that will help you with that. And journaling, which will help you know yourself better, because the better you know yourself, the better you're going to be on your program. You'll understand that through experience, not by listening to me, okay? By putting that into your body, into your life, you'll understand that. So we're moving on to the last section, part 4. And I'm going to read a few of these pages that are very important. I have told those of you that have listened to all of the videos, which is probably all of you listening now, all right, you listen to all of them. So I have explained that we run into detours. Even when we think we know everything, we run into detours and we get a little setback, but that doesn't need to set you back. It just needs to make you course correct. But here's something that we run into maybe even at the beginning. Back away from the scale. The bathroom scale seems the obvious tool to measure your progress, right? No, it isn't. Back away from the scale. It's not always your friend. I bet your forehead's crinkled. Why smash the scale? Okay, I won't be adamant about this. If you have one, you don't need to drop it off the balcony. But swear to me, you'll only use it 3 or 4 times a year. Your scale need not be your throne of validation. It will misguide and possibly depress you more than reveal the actual forward progress you've made toward your vision. Because you are practicing the 8 habits of the RYDER every week, you will lose body fat and you will gain dense muscle that reshapes your body, strengthens your bones, and increases your metabolism. However positive these results are, the scale can't represent them. Worst case scenario, the scale dials down during weeks 2 and 3. So you lose weight. Then fails to move during weeks 4 and 5. Then it goes up, you gain weight, during week 6 and stops again at week 7. You're trying to recalibrate your scale. Maybe you shake it, kick it, take it to a different room. Anything to make it work the way you want. Panting to regain composure, you conclude, muscle weighs more than fat. Muscle weighs more than fat. Nope, it doesn't. 1 pound of muscle weighs 1 pound, and 1 pound of fat weighs 1 pound. Yet, fat and muscle do not look alike, nor do they feel the same, nor do they treat your body the same way at all. 1 pound of muscle takes up far less space than a pound of fat, making your body appear smaller and tighter. Read that again. A pound of muscle takes up far less space. It makes your body smaller. Let's say a pound of fat looks like a shoebox. A pound of fat, so I want you to imagine this. A pound of fat looks like a shoebox of pink cotton candy. All right, so a shoebox of pink cotton candy. And a pound of muscle looks like a filet mignon. Sorry, vegetarians. Do you see the size difference? After 2 months, you lose 8 pounds of fat and gain 5 pounds of muscle. The scale says you only lost 3 pounds. 3 pounds might warrant a pout and a scale kick. 3 pounds of weight loss might send you to the cupcake shop for a box of 6. Just 3 pounds after 8 weeks of uninterrupted dedication may earn enough discouragement that you completely take hiatus from advanced scheduling your weekly workouts. Be advised, your efforts have been physically and healthfully noted. You've toned up and away from the 8 pounds of gooey fat. You've reduced your risk of heart disease and diabetes type 2. You've strengthened your bones, your digestion and elimination have improved. You're probably now or soon to be wearing a smaller dress size. Shame on that scale. If you solely depend on it, you'll be weeping when you should be shaking your booty and giving high fives. So when should you weigh yourself? And when should you back away? Weigh yourself 3 to 4 times a year. Schedule your first weigh-in as soon as you begin the RIT so you can establish a baseline. Then weigh yourself at the beginning of week 4 and week 9. Weigh in again, because this goes on for 9 weeks. This book. Weigh in again at the beginning of week 16. That's you practicing the RIT on your own. After that, weigh in every 4 months or less. I weigh myself this many times. I weigh myself once every 2 years, I think, or when I go to the doctor. I don't even want to know what I weigh. Unfortunately, having a scale in your bathroom is like having a bag of Oreos in your purse. I've known a client to wake up, pee, brush her teeth, and weigh herself. Then she'll go to the gym, tie her sneakers, fill her water bottle, and weigh herself again. I'm not finished. She'll do a cardio kickboxing class, steam and sauna, and weigh herself again. And this is all in the same day, every day. Because we know once we instill habits, they get stored in our program and feel like the normal thing to do. Do not make weighing yourself all the time your norm. If the locker room scale winks at you, look away. Here's the exception. If you have more than 30 pounds or up to 3 dress sizes to lose, use the scale once every 2 weeks for 3 months and then follow the schedule I mentioned earlier. Weigh yourself less. Okay, your results will be dramatic in the beginning, then they'll taper off. If you have a lot of weight to lose, you will actually lose weight faster than if you have 10 pounds to lose, okay? Oh, I write this. If you have 10 pounds or less to lose, the results on the scale will probably deceive you because you'll be losing fat and gaining muscle, and you won't know the difference. So it'll look like you lost 2 pounds when you lost 6 pounds of fat, okay? And you gained 4 pounds of muscle. Okay. All right. When you have fewer pounds to lose, weight loss is slower and more likely to result in a change of your body composition. That means fat to muscle. I'll explain more in Make Peace with Time section. That's coming up. So measure your progress. If you don't have skin fold calipers, which is something you can get at the gym, that measure body fat, or the means to weigh yourself underwater, which is very professional weighing, use these 4 methods to track fat loss and improve your health. Use a tape measure. So that's the first one. Look at your body. Take a picture or check in the mirror. So look at your body either in a picture you photographed yourself or check the mirror. Use your clothes. Your zipper won't lie. And let your annual doctor's report measure your success. Contrary to what most of us have been led to fear, nobody gives a hoot about what you weigh. Your weight might be an issue if Zuckerberg forced you to add it to your Facebook address, right? At the end of your tag. Really? Only you and your doctors need to know your weight. Measure. So here's what I say. Measure the circumference of 4 essential body sites. I gave you a chart to do that. I give you more body sites in Paper Coach. I give you a lot of body sites. I measure here, waist, and thighs. That's what I measure. Let's see what I wrote. A tape measure costs $1 at the dollar store. Invest. Measure your dominant arm. Okay. So dominant arm halfway through the shoulder and elbow. Measure your waist an inch below the belly button. I do a below and above because of the pooch. Measure your dominant leg. I measure both of them, which I give you here. I measure both of them because they're both different sizes, typically. Halfway between the knee and the hip. And measure your hips around the widest part of your buttocks. And then chart your measurements. And I tell you how often to do that, which is going to be weeks 4, 9, 16. Same time you would weigh yourself. Number 2, look at your body. So snap a picture of your bod. Actually, snap several. So just use your camera phone or your iPad. Snap your bod from the front, sides, and back, and wear something form-fitting or revealing like workout clothes, a swimsuit, or undergarments. And skip the baggy clothes when you take a picture. Sunlight lighting will give you a fair picture. And you can keep the photos in your journal or post them alongside your posted written and visual goals. So you can make a vision board with Pinterest and stuff like that. We talked about that before when you practice the post. And you can put this picture inside of there. Get yourself a full body mirror. Can you see mine? I use it every day. It says that, and use it every day. Research shows those who look at their goals every day are more likely to accomplish them. That's why I told you about the post. When you look at them every day, you're more likely to keep them at the front of mind. Your body is your goal. Focus is more powerful than avoidance. So I work out in the mirror. Whenever I begin an art project using either clay or paints, I start with a mental image of what I want to create. I don't know my end outcome, but I know, I won't get into that. Some of you have seen some of my art. Some of you have seen that I do this three-dimensional stuff, this three-dimensional art. That's three-dimensional. It's sticking off the camera, off the canvas. All right, I won't get into that because that's a tangent. So I lay down a base color, shape, and texture. You saw that. I step away from my piece and observe it, and this inspires more ideas. I add more detail to deepen and clarify my creation. A master cook lays out her ingredients, mixes the dry and wet ones in their separate bowls, gently folds the ingredients together, and tastes to determine if something is needed or if something is in excess. A master novelist writes a first draft, steps away, then reviews the draft by adding descriptions or cutting away the extraneous. Like artists, makers, and bakers, spend time looking, tweaking, and connecting, like they spend time looking, tweaking, and connecting with their piece of art. You need to look at your body often in order to sculpt it. Undrape your masterpiece. One of the main reasons body weight swells during the winter months is because people bury their bodies under layers of down, wool, and flannel. The more you hide behind layers, the easier it is to remain disconnected from yourself because you don't see it. When you look at your goals every day, yourself, they lose when you don't look at your goals every day, yourself. They lose priority and importance. You probably lose weight easier during the summer months because you see your body more often. If you're advanced scheduling your workouts, you're most likely at the gym looking at your goal in a large mirror often. Good job. This leads to another important recommendation. Get rid of your baggy clothes. Is this you? You're in the front row of an exercise class in a triple oversized t-shirt and slouchy sweats. First of all, why are you hiding under clothes large enough to fit you and 3 kids? Why would you wear clothes that don't fit you? If you keep sending the message to your brain that triple oversized is what I wear, and I don't want to see my body because I don't like it, your habit of thinking will match your body. Woo-woo, entrainment is real. Use that wall-to-floor mirror at the gym and see your body vision before it comes into fruition. Dress in clothes that are flattering to your shape, and it's changing, especially during your workouts. As your clothes become baggier, they'll reflect who you were, not who you are now. Get rid of the baggy clothes, the old you. Wear clothes that fit you. Your zipper ain't gonna lie. I own a pair of extremely hot skinny jeans. When I wear those black jeans, I know immediately if I've had one too many cheat days in a week, or if last night's dinner was heavy on the sodium or brownie rich. I know what's up when that zipper leaves teeth marks in my belly. If I can't squeeze into those skinny jeans, disappointment sends me on a correction course to revision my goals. First of all, it took me 10 years to get the nerve to buy a pair of jeans. During my early 20s, when I hid my leg and body fat under untucked shirts and hippie-styled skirts, you remember, I vowed I'd never get attached to wearing jeans. I was seriously traumatized in a dressing room at JCPenney the day I swore jeans away. With 4 pairs on the floor and 2 more pairs to try on, all sized between 9 and 12. This was back in the 80s, I think. I was bullied by a universal problem with every size I tried. The legs were too tight. The only pair I could pull over my thick legs ended up being too big at the waist. So it was this. I couldn't get them over there. I couldn't get them over my thighs. My shape was odd. Broad shoulders, small waist with a little pooch. The circumference of my legs could fool a football coach if he didn't see the face that belonged to them. Trying on jeans was a futile effort, so I never wore them. I returned to jeans on a Saturday afternoon in 2007. I was spending my holiday money at Macy's. Even though I'd been working as a trainer for years by then, and even though I'd won 2 bodybuilding shows by then, I was still scared of denim. My program kept me anchored to the belief I have big fat legs. I bravely selected several pairs of jeans to try, sizes 10, 12, 14. This is after I had been fit, like working out, bodybuilder winner. I was still in a program. I'm fat. The legs fit in the size 10 pair, thanks to the introduction of spandex in the denim. The waist was way too big, of course. I didn't give up. I hunted 2 more pairs, an 8 and a 6, prompted by the sales lady who thought I wore a 6 anyway. The 6 went over my legs and zipped. In shock, I checked the tag for the size again. They fit my butt perfectly. Plus, I looked better in them than I ever believed possible. I did a solo boogie in that dressing room, then bought 2 pairs in size 6. Looking at myself in those jeans smashed my old program. You will change your program too when you courageously place the 8 healthy habits of the RIT in motion. In your body and your mind will transform. It took a while for me to forget my old program, even after certain accomplishments like losing the weight in my 20s, being able to maintain it, going up and down, which is what I'm going to read to you about when it does go up and down, what you do. And then here I am in 2007 with all of these physical accomplishments, and I still think my legs are too fat to wear jeans. So I hadn't tried them on. And then I was trying on bigger jeans than I needed because I still believed my legs are too fat to wear jeans. It takes a while. It takes a while to learn yourself. Text. It takes a while. So be patient with yourself and start the RYDER. And I just believe in yourself and challenge yourself and use your journal to do that. Okay? Just challenge yourself to understand that you're going to grow and expand and become healthy in mind and heart and body. It's going to happen. You might feel compelled to belt those tremendously baggy Levi's because they're precious and you've had them for 8 years, 2 boyfriends, and an amazing trip to St. Louis. You might think to stash them in the back of your closet, save for the day when maybe just in case you gain the weight back. Don't save them. If you're still apprehensive about getting rid of the old you clothes, give them a goodbye ceremony. Play music. Frank Sinatra, Gypsy Kings, Carole King. Tear those oversized t-shirts and saggy sweats into rags. You've given many years and tears to those baggy cotton memories. Take the rite of passage into your new, healthy, and fitter body and lifestyle. I give you permission. Get rid of those baggy, old you clothes. Get rid of everything that doesn't fit you anymore. Look in the mirror at your bod. Oh, I'm getting text. Do you hear this? I gotta move my phone. Sorry. That's I don't know if you can hear that. That's too many texts. Okay. Take the rite of passage into your new, healthy, and fitter body and lifestyle. I give you permission. Get rid of those baggy old you clothes. Get rid of everything that doesn't fit you anymore. Look in the mirror at your bod in those new clothes that fit you and realize how far you've progressed. My suggestions for gauging whether you are succeeding with your fat loss are unconventional methods. I agree. I suggest these simple methods because they're motivational in a real way. So, you using a tape measure, looking at yourself in a mirror and taking a picture of yourself, yet letting your clothes show you. That's what I do. I also have a sundress. It's a halter pink dress. It's very little. And when I can zip it, I know my workouts are good. When I can zip it up, that's when I can fit that dress because I have to be fit right through here to be able to zip it up. Right? And after menopause, you have to, this is the thing, you gotta be chilling on this right in here. So when I can zip that dress up, the world is beautiful. Okay. My suggestions will positively influence the way you see yourself and the way you feel. The result of your doctor's report is a reliable record of your health and fitness. Your blood work or cardiograph report will provide the most efficient report of your health. Your doctor can assist you by advising whether there are certain contraindicated exercises, that means not appropriate for your body at the time, if there are exercises that are recommended for your needs, and generally clear you to begin a specific exercise and healthy food program. Get a physical checkup every year at minimum. Create a folder of your doctor report so you can compare your past with your present health. So I'm going to pause there and come back, and I'm going to do one more reading. We're on our way. You've got paper coats. You've got a series of videos now that you can use to get yourself on a healthy lifestyle program. I do not use words like diet. I write about that in the book. And I do not do anything that is a fast fix. I don't believe in can't. and I don't believe in fast foods, and I don't believe in fast progress. No, it is slow and deep. And when we go deep and wide, we truly transform. When you go deep and wide, the breadth of yourself, you will fully transform. And when you go quick, you won't. It's very unlikely because your mind hasn't shifted. Your heart hasn't shifted. And you haven't routinized or made the new habits. And in this case, it'll be 8. You haven't made them a part of who you are. So, one more video together. And I'm so much looking forward to it because I love doing this. I support you. You can do this. You're going to do this. And I want to know all about it. I'm Michelle Bernard, and I'll see you in the next video.